Hi, I'm Sarah with Core Motion Fitness. Welcome to your full body core workout. This is a 45-minute workout and all you need is your body and a mat. So let's go ahead and get warmed up. We're gonna take our feet wide, roll our shoulders back in place. Good, just waking up through the body. And let's go ahead and do 2 more. And take both hands, reach them all the way up overhead. Soft knees, bend up and over to one side. And up and over to the opposite side. And let's go back to those shoulder rolls, making them a little bit bigger by adding our elbows. And reach those arms right back up. Big inhale up. And exhale up and over. This time we're gonna take our hands and reach them down, below, and all the way up and around, holding at the top and reverse directions right here. So knees stay soft. And one more in each direction. Very good. Last time, all the way around. And holding at the top, this time full arm circles. So really reaching those hands up, back, and around, opening through the front of the body. Great job. Let's do 2 more. And on this last one, hands come back together again, reaching up at the top, deep knee bend, and take it all the way over to the side. So incorporating a little more of the legs, and squeeze your inner thighs as you come up, and reverse. Deep knee bend. 1 more to each direction. And last one right here. All the way around, reaching nice and tall at the top, and hold. Very good job. Bring your feet together right underneath the hips. We are gonna hinge forward at our hips, reaching our both arms out in front, taking our right arm and circling it back and around. Coming back to the front and switching to the opposite arm. So just some engagement through the back of the body here. Waking up through the shoulder joints. And 1 more on each arm. And last one right here. Good, take a big inhale all the way up, squeezing through your glutes, lift up and back. And take your hands to the hips, opening our elbows wide. And release. All right, we are ready to go. We're gonna start in a standing position. We have some standing core work, and then we're just gonna gradually move closer to the ground, working through some sets on our knees, and then prone and supine exercises as well. So go ahead and join me with your toes turned out toward the edges of your mat. Your fingers are gonna go behind your ears. I'm gonna check our time frame here, and let's go ahead and drop our right elbow to our right hip. So just a side bend, and then come right up through the center, and let's go to the other side. Very good. So we're gonna stay in this plie squat with our fingers lightly resting behind our ears and just tip side to side. Good job. We are going to participate in this exercise for 30 seconds before stacking it on top of another exercise. So keep going, feeling your obliques working hard. Great, and let's take 1 more for each side right here. And last time. Good job, right up through the middle and release. All right, this is called a standing dead bug. So we're gonna reach our right arm up. We're gonna take our our right leg up as well. And our left arm comes across and presses gently on the inside of our right knee. Okay, so we're gonna stand tall, working on balance here, bracing through our core. And I want you to hold, pressing your knee against your hand and your hand against your knee. Good. Now, if you needed to, you could hold on to something with this right hand for balance if this option isn't a good fit for you. So keep pushing. You should feel the contraction of the abdominals and then this isolated exercise. Keep going. Good, just exhaling nice and deep into the abdominals. Good job. And you're gonna hold this for 5 seconds more. And release. Good job. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. So lift that opposite knee, Opposite arm, and then reaching across your midline, bracing through your core nice and tight. Good posture, and press. Hand against knee, knee against hand. Now it's also important to think about your standing leg. Standing leg has a slight knee bend, and we never want to lock out our joints. Good. Keep holding. Can you reach that arm a little bit higher? Nice work. And you have 5 seconds left right here. And release. Great job. We're gonna superset those moves, which means that we're just gonna do them again. So take your toes to the corners of your mat, sink down just a little bit deeper, bring your fingers behind your ears, and you may find that you can go a little bit further over to the side on the second time through. So just begin. Good, taking deep breaths as you move, spreading your toes out on your mat. Great work. Core work is not always just crunches and abdominal training. A lot of times it incorporates our back, our glutes, our hips, and you're going to notice that today. Almost there. Good work. Let's do 3 more on each side. And here's 2. And last one on each side right here. And release right up through the center. Good. Take a few rotations side to side, loosen up. And let's go back to that standing dead bug. So right arm up, right knee up, reach your hand across your midline and push in both directions. Very good. Now sometimes we lean forward here. We want to stand as tall as we possibly can. So even if you have to push on your inner thigh instead of your knee, that's okay. Good job. We are halfway through this side right here. Take a peek at your body if you can see yourself in a mirror, or do a mental check-in. Are we leaning to one side? Want to always be nice and tall. And release. Good, shake it out and get ready for the other side. So same thing, arm up, leg up, reach across your midline, and let's begin right here. Good job. You can even give your glutes a little squeeze at the same time. Very nice. You are halfway done. Can you push a little bit harder against that leg? And the final countdown, 8 seconds right here. You've got it. 3, 2, and 1, and time is up. Great job. Kick those heels up for just a moment. Give your legs a little release. And then we are going to move into a balancing act. This is a warrior 3, a little yoga inspired move here. So coming to the end of your mat, hinging forward at your hips, warrior 3. Couple different options here. First option, toe behind in a kickstand, arms reaching straight out in front, biceps next to your ears, okay? Or if you'd like to, you can go into the full lift, and we are gonna hold each side for 30 seconds. So here we go. Reach, nice and long, thumbs are up, arms extended. Now often we rotate open, but on this one I want you to rotate your inner thigh up toward the ceiling or the sky, wherever you're located. And just hold. Good, feeling your abdominals brace your back. Nice job. Let's take 3 more big deep breaths. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale through an open mouth. And 2 more just like that. Very nice, last one. And stand yourself up, and let's go ahead and repeat the same thing to the other side. So get into position, starting with the kickstand. Keep in mind each side may be a little different in your ability to balance, and that is okay. Again, rotate your inner thigh of your extended leg up toward the sky. Stretch your arms out a little bit longer. Good, it's okay to shake and wobble. Your body is stabilizing. Good, can you hold this for 10 seconds longer? You're almost there. And release. Everybody up and roll those shoulders back and around. Move your hips side to side. All right, moving on. We are going to move into a toe touch to the front. So it's a rotation through our trunk. We're gonna reach our arms out to the side. Feet are hip distance apart. And I'd like you to just reach across your midline, extending arms and legs, arms away from each other, and come right back through the center, and then switch to the other side. Okay, so we're gonna take this slow. Go ahead and begin. A lot of times this move is done quickly as a warm-up, but when you take it really slow, it becomes a lot more challenging to stay off the ground longer. Good, so let's exhale as we rotate, and inhale back to the center. Nice job, and the rotation is coming right under the rib cage. And if you needed to, you could also rotate with a bent knee if that felt better for your body. Oop. That rotation doesn't want to happen. Let's do one more on each side or right here. So reach and inhale center. Very good. We're gonna go right back into that warrior three. So hinging at the hips. Take one leg back behind, doesn't matter which one you start with. And let's go ahead and extend those arms out. Biceps next to ear, rotate your inner thigh up. Now while you're here, it's really common to just let our abdominals relax. We want to imagine somebody is pulling up on our midsection here, holding us in place. Good, keep going. Thumbs are up, palms are facing in. You've got 8 seconds left right here. Can you bend your standing knee just a touch? This is the last time you're going to do this leg. 3, 2, and rise. Good, let's do it on the other side. Exact same thing. Hinging at your hips. Tap your toe back behind and extend arms and leg. Now, oftentimes we kind of let our arms relax here. We even let our leg relax. I want energy going through from your fingertips all the way to your toes. Flattening out your back, bending your standing knee just a little bit more. And final 8 seconds right here. 3, and we rise. Good job. Shake it out. Again, rotate side to side, always loosening up through your midsection. And now let's get ready for that standing twist. So feet underneath the hips, arms open wide. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And on your exhale, rotate and hold. Now I like to think about holding onto a big stick when I'm doing these rotations, because then my arms have to stay in the exact same place the whole time. And I focus more on the rotation through the trunk. It's not about how high your leg lifts, just the extension as you press forward with your heel. Good, keep going. Good, exhaling as you twist. And let's try to get one more on each side right here. And last one right here on this side. And release right back through the center. Let's roll those shoulders back and around. Give them a little break. Again, side to side rotations. All right, this next move is a little bit more complex, but I think we're gonna be fine. We're gonna take our hands up. We're gonna reach them over to the right side as we point our left toes out to the side. So from here, you're going to bring your right arm to your left knee. So you're gonna bring it across the body and then back out, and then reach your hand and your leg together and then tap it down. Okay, so right arm to left knee. So cross body and reach, and then lift and lower. Good, let's go ahead and go again. Cross body and reach and lift and lower. Good, so bent knee and straight leg. It's good to challenge our brain along with our muscles, right? And if you want to tap in between to the ground, perfectly fine. Good job. We are gonna do 2 more right here before we switch to the other side. And done. Good, stand back up and toe taps. Arms reach. We're pulled up nice and tight through our midsection. We bring our bent knee to our bent elbow, and then straight arm, straight leg. Good, keep it coming across and nice and tall. And remember, it's okay to tap right through the middle if you need to. Again, one side is not always balanced in the same way that the opposite side is. Good job. More than halfway right here. And let's go ahead and do 1 more on this side. And we are moving on. So release, take your feet wide. We're gonna turn our right toes out and our left toes are pointing forward. So we're moving into a windmill hinge. We're gonna pull the core up nice and tight, squeeze through our glutes. Our arms are going to reach away from each other. So one arm reaching down, opposite arm reaching up. So right hand is going to reach down toward the inside of your leg while you keep the upper body open and then rise back up. So you're hinging at the hips, okay? You're reaching up and over, opening through the midsection. You've got 30 seconds on one and then 30 seconds on the other side. Here we go, let's begin. Take it slow and steady, and then come back to the top. So you really want to feel your obliques working here as you rise back up. And if you notice that this is fairly easy, you're welcome to take your feet a little bit wider to work on your flexibility and extra strength. Chin stays tucked in. Very good. Keep going here. We've got just about 8 seconds left. And one more time. Very good. And reach it all the way up and reset your toes. So now your right toes are forward, left toes are turned out. And again, we'll transition the arms right here. If you need to bend your knees at all, if that helps you be more flexible in this position, that's great. So let's go ahead and begin hinging and then rising back up. And just take this time to breathe through your movements. Great work. We are halfway there right now. Good. Think about the muscles working. We're not just going through the movements. This is kind of one of those exercises you can imagine that stick that you're holding onto again. One hand on each end, keeping your arms the same distance apart. And we are going to take one more right here. And release. Good. Going back to that balancing act or that compound complex move. So both feet under the hips, point the right toes out to the side, arms reach to the left, we soften our standing knee, we bring our opposite elbow to knee right here, cross, and then straight leg lift. Good, do it again, cross, and straight leg lift. Nice work, hard to do these challenging movements, but so good for the brain, so good for our balance. Trying to keep our arms nice and wide. And we've got one more time right here, across and lift. Good job. Set it down, let's go to the other side. Once we finish these moves, we are done with our standing work and we're gonna take it to the ground. So reach to the side and bring the elbow to knee and then stand tall. Good job. And this does not have to be fast. In fact, the more time under tension by moving slowly, the harder it is. Good work, good work. You're almost there. Let's go here for 5 seconds more. Good job, and done. All right, take your feet nice and wide. Again, right toes are pointing forward, left toes are turned out to the side, and we will reach our arms away from each other, and let's begin our hinge. Good, you might notice that on this second time through, you're feeling so much more flexible, so enjoy it. Very good, reaching as far down to the ground as you can without collapsing forward. And let's go ahead and do one more on this side, and then we'll make a big switch to the opposite side and release. Turn your toes, quarter turn, reset the arms, and engage through your core. Let's go. Hinging at the hips, and rise right back up. It's great strength training for your back, for postural muscles, which hold us upright all day long. So enjoy this training, this kind of core training. It's a little bit different than your crunches, sit-ups, and planks, but very functional in its form. Can you open those arms a little bit wider? Feel the engagement in your back as you reach that arm up. And you've got one more right here. And we are done with our standing core, and we're gonna make our way down to the mat for a kneeling core. So come into onto the mat with your hands and knees on the mat in a tabletop position here. We're gonna pull our abdominals in nice and tight and extend our right arm and our left leg. So thumb up, squeeze through your glutes. We're gonna hold this pose for just a couple moments, really engaging through the back of our body. And then on your exhale, bring your elbow to knee underneath your body and extend once again and hold. Take a big inhale and then exhale, squeeze and lift. Good, you've got one more like this, and then we're going to add on. So crunch underneath the body and lift. Take that same arm and leg, open out to the corners of your mat into a compass. Bring it back in and elbow to knee under the body. And then open back into a compass again. And elbow to knee, you've got one more time. Just like that, open wide. And back to the center. And crunch and release. Good, rock back. Give your wrists a small roll in each direction. And then let's go to the opposite side. So come back up onto all fours. And on your exhale, extend arm and leg. We're holding here for just an extra moment. And elbow to knee. And inhale, extend, hold. Now your eyes are looking right down at your mat, not throwing your head back at all. And exhale, elbow to knee. Good. We have one more, and then we'll add on and move into that compass. So lift arm and leg, open to the corners of your mat. Bring it right back through the center, and elbow to knee, and hold. Opening out on the inhale, and exhale, crunch. And you've got one more time just like that. Open, and bring it in, and set it down. Release back. Once again, rotate through your wrists. And we will move on to a kneeling hinge. So you're gonna go ahead and take your knees underneath your hips. Shoulders are rolled back. And we are just going to send our hips back, okay? We're gonna send our body back, okay? By engaging through our core, engaging through our glutes, feeling a nice lengthening through our quads, and then rise back up, okay? So if that doesn't feel great on your knees, you feel any pulling at all in the front of your knees, then I'd like you to do a seated hinge. with a rise. So 2 different options. First one's a little more challenging, but it's not for everybody. So take your fingers behind your ears, okay? And engage your core, engage your glutes. Rock back, hold, and then rise. We're trying to keep our body in a nice plank position while we do this, and bring it forward. Again, here's the option. Hinge back and rise. Good work. It's just a small movement. You don't have to go very far. Great work. And if it's more comfortable with your hands by your side, that's fine too. Whatever works for you. Let's go ahead and do one more right here, and then we will go back to our tabletop position. So turn yourself back to the ground, hands and knees, core nice and tight, starting with just our bird dog, our pointer. So we are going to lift opposite arm and leg and hold, and then bring the elbow to the knee. Inhale, extend, hold, and exhale, elbow to knee. And one more time. And adding the compass. So reach arm and leg, hold, open out to the corners, right back in, and crunch underneath. Keep going, you've got 2 more just like that. Open wide, and crunch. And here's your last one, open wide, and release. Rock back, give yourself a quick stretch, and let's move on. So hands under shoulders, re-engage the core, and lift, hold. And on your exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lift, and again. Good, one more time, and then we add on. And extend and hold, open to the corners, and bring it in, and elbow to knee. Continue. Corners. And here's your last one. Open to the corners, bring it in, and hold. Good, rock back, and move your wrists around, whatever feels best. All right, back to our kneeling hinge. So knees under hips, glutes nice and tight, shoulders rolled back into place, fingers behind our ears, and we're gonna rock back, hold, and then right back up. Good, take it real slow. Chin is pulled in tight. Great work. We've got 10 seconds left right here. Remember, your option is the hinge back and the thrust forward in the hips. And let's try one more big one right here. All the way back and squeeze forward and hold. Release. Good. Go ahead and sit down for just a moment and rub out your quads. They probably felt some of the work there. And we're gonna go into a kneeling side bend. So you're gonna take your right knee down and left leg out to the side with the inside of your foot pointing towards your mat, okay? Both arms will reach up. So even in this position, you might feel a little tightness in your hip. That's okay, do what you need to do. If you need to soften the knee a little bit, that's okay. We're gonna begin by bracing our core, reaching our right arm down, left arm reaches long, and then we're gonna bring it all the way back up to the top. So that's your level 1, and that's a more gentle version of where we're going. So go ahead and begin, reach. You can press off the ground if you need to, but we are trying to feel our back and our obliques on the opposite side. Now, if that feels pretty good, you wanna move on. Both arms stay together like you're holding a ball, and then right back up. You won't be able to tip over quite as far, and that's okay. Good, you're gonna start feeling your inner thighs working to help stabilize. And one more on this side. And release, good job. Go ahead and switch to the opposite side. So inside of the foot points to the mat, both arms are up, and we'll just begin by taking the left arm down and bringing it all the way back up. Good job. And whenever you're ready, if you would like to, add both arms, reach them as long as they'll go, and then right back up. Again, you're holding onto that imaginary ball, keeping some tension between your hands. Good work. Let's do 2 more, and then we will move on to our next exercise to complete this superset. And right back up to the top and release. Good. So this next one is a quadruped walkout. So hands underneath your shoulders. We're gonna tuck our toes. And before we do anything, we're first gonna get into that quadruped position. So we're gonna pull our abdominals tight to our back, press our knees up off of the mat and hold here. Now from here, we're gonna walk our hands forward without moving our knees and hips. So that is your move. If you would like to, you have the option to stay on your knees and just walk out and walk back in. So your choice, 30 seconds. Here we go. Walk out. And try to lead with alternating arms. So lead right arm and then lead left. Notice my back is flat, my knees are staying underneath my hips. So you're also gonna feel your glutes and quads working as well. Good work. Let's do 2 more walkouts. And last one right here. Right. Great job. Sit back and stretch it out. And coming back to our knees, beginning right where we started with our leg out to the side. Both arms are reaching nice and tall, pulling tight through our midsection and hinging over to the side. Good, and right back up. So as you come up, you're using the side of your body to pull yourself back up. Again, the option here is both arms floating. Great work, 10 seconds more. I think we can get 2 more before we have to switch to the other side. And done, good work. Switch to the other side. Inside of your foot points down. Zip up nice and tall, reach your arms, and let's go for it right here. All right, after you've tried a couple with that modified version, now it's time to go big. So reach both arms. And let's try for one more, we got it. And done, good job. All right, you've got the quadruped walkouts. They're a little challenging. They're prepping us, getting us ready for our next series, which is planks, okay? So hands under shoulders, tuck your toes, brace the core, look out in front of you, lift your knees off of the ground, and let's begin the walkouts right here. Reach. So as you do these walkouts, you're probably feeling the upper part of your abdominals starting to tug a little bit as they have to hold you in place. Good work. Keep it coming. Remember, you can always drop to your knees at any time if you need to do that. It's a great modification. And one more on each arm. And here's that last one right here. Keep those knees bent at 90 and release. Sit back and stretch it out. All right, coming to a seated position, and we're gonna get ready for our first set of plank work. So it's gonna be a side plank, a little bit of a challenge here. So we're gonna draw the under knee up to our top leg to get some work for the inner thighs. So take your elbow to the ground, and we are gonna start right here in a staggered plank position. Our bottom leg is going to lift off of the ground so our inner thighs are meeting one another. Now, if that's a little too intense, you have the option to have both knees on the ground, okay? And hold right here with your feet off of the ground. So not quite the same, but it still works to challenge your inner thighs and challenge your hips in that modified version. So 30 seconds on the clock right here, and we lift, bottom leg comes up off the ground, and hold, elbows open wide. This is a challenging move. So hips are still squared. And it's okay if your legs don't touch, you're just working towards that. Great job, great job. Almost there. 5 seconds to go. And done. Woo! Felt that in the inner thighs on that top leg. Let's try it on the other side. So elbow to the mat. Again, option, modification, up on your knees, feet off the ground, and hugging the inner thighs tight. Otherwise, straight leg, bent leg, and let's go for it right here. It's okay to shake and shudder and feel your body working so hard to hold these positions. And if you need to tap down at any time and then just bring it right back up again, it's a great option. Almost there. 5 seconds. And done. Release. Good job. We're gonna take this into a dolphin pose or dolphin plank. So, taking your forearms to the mat, tucking your toes underneath your feet. We're gonna press our hips up, walk our feet in a little bit, and let our chest rock back towards our thighs. And just hold this position here, just looking down at the mat. Good, take 2 more deep inhales through your nose. And release, good. Dropping the knees to the ground and getting ready for that side plank inner thigh hug. 1 more time on each side. So, elbow to the ground. Okay, stagger your stance, get ready, lift the bottom knee, and hold. Open your elbow up to the sky. It's one of my new favorite moves, even though it is so challenging. So I hope you like it. Good job. You've got 10 seconds left right here. Breathe through it. And 4, 3, 2, and release. Rock onto the other side, and we will finish up this exercise. You won't have to do it again today. Elbow under the shoulder, stagger your stance, bottom knee comes up, elbow lifts off the mat, and go. Really think about drawing your inner thighs tight, like they're squeezing a tennis ball. Remember, you can always drop the knee down, take it right back up whenever you need to. Keep going, keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Ah, that dolphin plank is gonna feel so good. So let's go roll over onto our forearms and do it now. Tuck your toes, press your hips high, walk your feet in, and breathe right here. Again, take 2 more big inhales, 2 more big exhales. And dropping the knees to the mat. Sit back into a child's pose and relax for just a moment. Okay, we are done with our plank series. Very short, very effective. And we're gonna move on to our back. So into a supine position on our back. Our bottoms of our feet are together, knees are open out. This exercise is gonna focus more on your inner thighs, glutes, with the stabilization happening in the core. So it's called a butterfly booty bridge. So just let your head rest back right here. And we're gonna lift our hips up, pausing at the top, and then slowly release them back down. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. Nice and slow. Exhaling to lift, pausing at the top, hold, and inhale back down. Good work. And let's get one more in right here. Big booty bridge, lift, and release. So we're gonna keep our legs in the same position. We are gonna take this into a small butterfly crunch, but instead of having your fingers behind your ears, I'd like you to cross your hands right at the base of your neck so that your head is resting on your forearms. So what that's gonna do is cause your abdominals to do the work and take some tension off your neck. So let your head and neck rest on your forearms, hold, and then inhale back down. So you want to try to press your knees open to the side as you hold this crunch, and then inhale back down. Good, so on your exhale, come up. And on the inhale, gently lower back down. And let's try 2 more right here. Big exhale, lift a little higher. And inhale down, last one. And we get to reset and do that booty bridge again. So take your hands by your side, roll your shoulders back in place. If you need to give your hips a quick breather, because sometimes they get tight in that position, you can. And then just open them back out again, bottoms of your feet together. And we lift and hold. And then inhale back down. Try to keep your knees as wide as you can throughout the entire movement. Great job. And we've got one more right here. Big lift up and release. Taking your hands, placing them again right down at the base of your neck, head resting on your forearms. Pull your low back to the mat, engage your core, and knees are wide. We're going to exhale, lift, and inhale, lower. Being mindful as you lower your body down, the abdominals are staying contracted. We're not taking a release there at the bottom. And let's try 2 more. Very good job, last one. Exhale up and hold, and release. Good, bring those knees together and roll yourself to your side. We're gonna go over onto our front side for some prone work. We are almost done. So, take your hands, place them underneath your forehead. Toes are tucked so your glutes are squeezing tight here. We are going to lift our upper body up off of the mat. Open our arms to the side, hold, bring them back in, and lower down. So we exhale, lift, we inhale, open, exhale in, and inhale down. Again, up. And we really want to be mindful that we are not throwing our head back. So we're not doing anything like this as we come up, but we keep our chin tucked close to our chest. And let's try for one more right here. Lift it up, open wide, and release. Next up, Cobra. So take your hands, palms down. We're gonna start with our nose toward our mat. Our glutes are engaged, tucking our toes, rolling our nose up off of the mat, and hold here at the top. Good job. Squeeze your butt a little tighter. Lift up more if it feels good. And then release all the way back down. Inhaling in the bottom. Exhale, hold at this baby cobra here. And if you'd like to, roll up just a touch more. And release. Good, let's go back to that extension. Hands underneath the face. Re-engage your legs and glutes. Thighs are up off the mat. We exhale to lift. Inhale to open. Great job. You've got 2 more here. And on this last one, we're gonna finish it up. Go back to our cobras. So reach the hands a little bit wider than the shoulders, nose to the mat, and roll yourself halfway up. Feel a pinch between the shoulder blades, feel your belly button pull off your mat, and then come up higher if you prefer. A deeper stretch, and release back down. One more time. Exhale, roll, hold, and lift. Great job. And all the way back down. Great, we've got one more series here on the ground, and then we are done with the workout. So reaching your fingertips towards the end of your mat, we're gonna take one arm, pull back into a lat pull rotation, and then reach all the way back to the front. So toes are tucked, glutes are squeezing, and reach. So this is not a fast movement. We exhale to pull and rotate, and inhale to reach. Great job. One more on each side. Feeling that work through the back of our body, feeling the lengthening in our bodies. And great job. Now this next move is a wide arm plank. You're gonna feel this on the outside of your shoulders. You're gonna feel this in your upper parts of your abdominals a little more than normal. So take your hands to the edges of your mat. We're gonna start by being on our knees. Our hips are tucked, okay? We're looking down at our mat. We're gonna hold here. You can go as wide as you're comfortable with, but palms are down. Then if you want to, go ahead and lift your knees off the mat and hold. So it's a lot more challenging than a regular plank because your base is a little wider here. At any time, touch the knees down. Just keep on holding. You've got 8 seconds left here. And release. And reaching our hands back out, re-engage our glutes and legs. And inhale, prepare. Exhale, bring your elbow to your rib, turn your head, and reach forward. And again, opposite side. So really connecting with your body by adding the breath. Inhale to reach. Okay, connecting with the breath as you move helps slow down your movements. It helps you focus on the intention and the muscles that are working. And one more right here. And release. Good. Taking your hands back to that wide position. Okay, starting on your knees. Time starts now. Feeling free to go up to your toes if you would like to, but make sure that your eyes are looking down, not up, and not at your toes. So just holding, shaking it out. Very last move of this full body core workout, and you will have completed so much good work for your body. We've got 8 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and done. Rock back, shift your hips side to side, and roll yourself up into a kneeling position. Whew. Both arms are going to lift up overhead, squeeze your backside nice and tight, tip over to one side, and then send your hips back as you circle around, all the way back up to the top. And same thing on the other side, send your hips back, circle all the way around. Good, let's take a rotation to the right side. Take your arms, wrap them around your hips. And big inhale up through the center, and circle around to the opposite side. Hands on the hips. And right back through the center, just take a gentle drop of the ear to the shoulder, press your hands away. Tucking your chin down through the middle, roll to the other side. And tuck the chin down through the middle as your head comes up, your shoulders roll back and around. Thank you so much for joining me today for this full body core workout. I hope you loved it, and I will see you next time.